let us know when we're actually
An error
playing.
occurred.
No.
Dun, dun,
Ooh.
dun.
Oh, it's
And
done.
here we are.
Are we back on screen? Can we hear us all? And is it just me again?
Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, I can hear us now. Yeah, that's us.
Am
Yeah,
I
so we're
the best
echoey, or am I
around.
better now?
No, absolutely fine. Yes, we can hear
It's
you all.
sounding
That's
bang on,
excellent.
mate. Yeah.
Well, as I was saying, I was going, that's not what toothpaste is used for, and to be fair with you, I'm not putting it in my mouth.
Ah.
So,
But at the
What's
same
that?
time, that tingle.
yeah, well, it does, but you don't want to. You want to make sure you get under and make sure it's clean and minty fresh.
Anyway, when
And
are we
anyway-
going live?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. Oh, I mean, we're live now, right? Are we live?
Wait, we're live?
We're live.
Oh, shit. I've been playing my channel, I'm
It is
really sorry.
playing.
I should have been playing my channel and live. Shit, oopsies.
Well,
Stop playing
let's-
yourself, Jim. Jesus Christ.
Hey, there we go. That's what I'm talking about.
yeah, let's just start the stream again. Hi, welcome to the World of Valorium, a D&D homebrew campaign set by myself and played by these idiots down here below me. Again, we'll do the whole thing again because it is amusing news. Again, thank you very much for all those watching and followers. We managed to get to 50 followers, which is amazing. Again, thanks very much. Again, pointing out some of the chat was saying it's very quick we managed to get to that milestone. Ask some of my exes, you know about all that. But hey, that's what I'm known for. So,
Lightning quick dick. That's what he's called.
yeah, I am lightning quick. Dick is lightning quick. He's in and out. But thing
Quicky dicky.
being, talking about embarrassing moments, we will get with the embarrassing moments that happen to be playing with our stream today. So to my immediate left, we should have a Rachel. Rachel, tell us about your character and yourself.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I play Nyla, the human monk, and you have to watch the rest to find out.
Yeah, you do. It's an interesting character for sure.
Marble, that was very funny.
Two
Sorry.
dick.
Hey, listen. I call it the shotgun. You need to cock it before it shoots. However, directly below me, who doesn't want to be below me, especially after that comment, we'll have Jim. Jim, who are you playing? And tell us about yourself.
Yeah, he likes to play the
Hi, it's my
flute.
pleasure.
He likes
to
blowing
dick.
things.
His fingering's exquisite.
I am playing
Champion, you know.
the human
Yeah.
ranger, who if I remember correctly, found out some interesting things about him we last left off.
Certainly did. We have to get back into that actually when we come back into the stream normally when we go through the recap. However, to my diagonal, just below our good Rachel, being sandwiched between Sir Janice, David and Rach, what a place to be, our babyface of the stream, Leon. Leon, who are you playing, my man?
the
Napoleon
baby
Gold.
of the group.
I am playing Gaz, the human Mortlock, who is the youngest of the party, a bit naive, loves his friends, would do anything for them.
Meant to be talking about your
but,
character, Leon, not yourself.
What get a bit difference from, I basically play myself, which is easy to do.
Yes, way you go, yeah.
But
I mean,
Gaz
having
ability-
personal experience of making deals with unholy forces always helps.
Yeah, you met my mum. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, this
Wow, this guy's a funny one. Whoa.
The thing about Gaz that's different from myself is that he trusts himself more than anyone else. That's all I'll say.
Certainly does. And from there, we've already mentioned David Sir Janice de Grande. Let's go and have him introduce himself, being the real life bard he is.
and there's no one better to be. Sir Janice de Grande, the greatest bard in the world, as he will 100
Best.
times tell you over, even if you don't ask him, absolutely. He'll have plenty to say, plenty to do. He always likes to be the centre of attention. Fantastic performer until you're watching, and you'll see plenty of that tonight.
And probably performance anxiety, again, you've been talking to my exes. However, from the next to his immediate right, we will be talking to the lazy Egypt, who Melgrim, who everyone seemed to be standing for the last episode.
the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most popular
The
character.
star of the show, apparently, the most popular character, the Melgrim. Lazy Egypt. Tell us more about Melgrim.
Yep, he's a grumpy dwarf, bit of a dick, got his issues. Yes, He is a definitely deadbeat daddy. He's the daddy of the group.
Tell me more, Dwarf Daddy.
Oh, no.
Jesus, and on
That's
that
for
note,
the
we'll move-
OnlyFans.
Yeah, and on that note, we'll move on to swiftly onto something a wee bit more pure, a wee bit more serene in the kind of thing. The very luscious and lovely Sally, who is playing Daphne. Sally, tell us more about your character.
Daphne's like fallen asthma, so she's a paladin, and she is glowing and lovely and tries her best to help as many people as she can because her background hasn't been that great, but she loves to try and help and takes it very personally when things go wrong. But yeah, she's a great character to play. And I hope I do her justice. And I love her gold armor. It's my favourite thing. She
I'm so
glows.
glad I made up this armor specifically for you in mind, and I thought, yes, let's make this easy as we can.
Yeah,
And
thank
we will go on to, last but not least, we'll go on to Lee. He's playing Ralph, the Turtle Cleric. So,
Yeah, I am.
no, I'm only joking. If you want to go on and introduce yourself, yeah.
That's it.
Yes, I'm playing Ralph, the Turtle Cleric, who has suffered some trauma recently, and it has changed his outlook slightly, and he's decided to take a more proactive approach to saving those that he cares about, as opposed
Heel
to...
turn, we call it in the business.
Well, maybe not, but he's certainly going to do some things that are going to hurt people. Get to know
bet
me.
he is. So, for those who haven't caught up and watched, we'll do a quick recap here. So, after being captured by the Kreen, or the three Kreen, and their wonderful, marvellous creatures of huge, spoilers and trigger warning, huge arachnid spiders climbing on top of the canopy, they were ceremoniously, quite in every bit of the word, ceremoniously. Hi Zoe! Hello! That was good
appearance.
friend David's little message. Random guest appearance. Who didn't know? Yes, we were.
She tried so hard to avoid the camera.
I know. You were doing
there
so
she is
well.
again.
So, as we were saying, yes, you were quite literally ceremoniously dropped into the depths of the canopy where you thought you were stuck in a tree trunk for some time. After that confusion, we managed to get back onto the canopy floor itself, decided on a plan of how to get out and where to go. From there, you met a couple of other weird creatures within the lands of Valorium and down in the Ionoc Ocean. And then you managed to find somewhere to set camp for the night with the help of Daphne and her amazing woodwork skills. Don't know how that came into play, to be fair, but hey, it did. And then, interestingly enough, when Ronan was taken aback, we found a little bit more about his backstory, about what was going on, about maybe he needs to give himself a wee bit more credit for what he was doing. Maybe it wasn't all his fault. However, we'll see how that plays. And then we will start with Daphne. You don't dream often. Dreams come and go, depending, especially considering you're an ASMR, but the fact is, tonight you dream. Once you finish your watch with Ralph, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken.
That's
Once you
right.
finish you fall asleep. It's a peaceful sleep. And then, all of a sudden, light. It's almost like morning. You wake up, you open your eyes, blinding light, and you kind of wake up and you look up and you hear a familiar voice. A familiar voice that speaks back to you and says, "It was not your fault. You do know that, don't you?"
Can it not be my fault? I couldn't do it.
It doesn't matter. It was all okay. Keep going on the path you were going. You certainly changed my mind. You made me realise it was good within the organisation, and you're it. I hope you do go on and do well with yourself. Just do not do it in my name. Just make sure you do it in my organisation's name. And I'll always be here for you. And with that, the light disappears, and you wake up in the morning to the smell of whoever's cooking. and I hope I did Rachel justice with a Geordie accent. So how
I was like, Sarah Milliken? Like, who's talking to me?
Whoa! Whoa!
I think
I
as
realised
I
you were
Guest on
doing
the
it.
stream.
she wakes
Straight
up, I
off
think
the
she's
stream.
going to wipe away a tear from her face and try and cover her face before anybody notices. She's slightly upset.
Of course. And with that, you wake up, you all get a long rest, so you're now full of health. You all have all your spells, everything that your classes will provide you. And
Yeah.
what are you doing this fine morning?
Ralph will have woken up early-ish. Did we light a fire? Were we going to light a fire? We probably didn't want to light a fire in case things.
We're
get heated.
cooking, so we'll have a fire.
We are cooking. Okay, so there's this small fire that he's set up and kind of got ready, and he's boiling some water and whatnot. And they'll see he will kind of go off to the side a bit, and he will start going through his morning prayers, which are all in Aquan, but you will recognise the name Nim the Pebble. And Jim, what was your character's name again? The one that's
Baron, wasn't it?
Bannon, yes, sorry, man, I've got terrible memory. And Kimmy, and
Artan.
and Artan as well. Yes, you'll hear all those names repeated several times, but the rest of it's in Aquan.
I'm assuming you've got your spells prepared.
I have, yes, I will be doing that as other people are
you should
doing
do that
their
now
thing.
for this,
Yes.
especially depending on what's coming up. So,
Oh.
or what may or may not be coming up.
Oh.
Who knows in the world of Felorium? I certainly don't. So, with that, I should do more writing. However, yeah, so Ralph is currently preparing food, and what is everyone else doing? Well, what is Sir Janus de Grande doing this fine morning?
Sir Janus is taking a bit of time to fully wake himself up. He's had a bit of a strange past few days for himself, a bit in and out as far as everything has felt. So he'll be waking up, he'll be looking around, realizing that he's slept straight through the night. Probably no clue what that even feels like, to be perfectly honest for him. Probably take a bit of time just to think back on the past few days. It's been a long journey, but it's been a short time since he's met this entire group. He'll just take a moment to look around and realise, I owe my life to most of the people here. And I think it's about time I actually start helping out a bit more around here. And just take a moment to really appreciate what's in front of him.
Yes, a fine story.
He does indeed.
However, we will then go to Gaz, the baby of the group. Gaz, how are you feeling this fine morning?
Gaz is a creature of habit. In order to keep his anxiety down, so he'll get up as early as he can. He will do some push-ups, jumping jacks, and then he will begin trying to find peace, usually by meditating, but he will have trouble in doing that, so after about half an hour of trying to meditate, he'll get up and just start kind of like pacing. So Gaz will be like pacing around the camp.
Yeah, so as you start to pace around the camp, you'll hear a familiar voice in the back of your ear go, you should not give up on the meditation, my dear boy. Understand it. A strong mind leads to a strong body. There's no much point in doing all these jumping jacks and push-ups. I give you something better than mere strength. Work on the mind.
He goes to like speak to his patron, but he notices everyone around, so he doesn't do that. But he just kind of like shakes his head, and he continues to pace back and forth.
Oh, come now. You can't be angry with me. Look at all